Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I have 3 of Morphe's brand new palettes. This is from the ChromaPlus collection. I got the Sky-Fi palette, the Python Code palette, as well as the Cyberchrome palette. These are beautiful. If you want to see my first impressions, you want to see how to create some beautiful eye looks with these palettes, including this one that I have right here, please stay tuned. Please also like this video. Please leave a comment. Let me know you're here. And please subscribe to my channel. It really, really helps me out. Thanks for being here. And let's get started. When I saw these shadows online, I knew I had to go get them. So I went to Ulta and I kind of went into a little bit of a haze when I saw these eyeshadow palettes because they look immaculate in the pan. This palette in particular really piqued my interest. Just look at that shade right there. It's a duochrome, multi-chrome, beautiful chrome, just absolutely, absolutely stunning. This is the Python Code palette. This is the Cyberchrome palette. So let me show you what this looks like. This is a beautiful metallic palette. It has a beautiful pop of pink. Really absolutely stunning. And then we have the Sky-Fi palette. And also just look at all this packaging. It's just so pretty. And for $15, you can't go wrong. And that's like a beautiful metallic, pastel-y, spring, summer dream. Really, really gorgeous. Okay, I'm so excited to play with these. Let's see what kind of looks we can create with them. Okay, so let's start with the Sky-Fi palette. Oh, so pretty. It's overwhelming. Okay, so I'm going in with the light pink shade first, right here. So to show you the different looks you can make with these palettes, I'll do one side with one row of the palette and the other eye with the other row of the palette. Just going in with this pink shade here. And that is just going on like a dream. Very soft, very powdery. I did mention that I'm using Morphe brushes that came out a few years ago. I believe these were a special collaboration, so I don't think they're available anymore. But I did want to mention that those are the brushes I'm using for today. So that is the light pink shade, the matte shade. Okay, so in the outer corner, I'm going in with the brown shade that's located right here. Cleaning that up a little bit with concealer brush. Very dramatic, very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take the shimmer shade. Now I know Morphe said that you can use a wet application for a different look, but I'm just going to use a dry application for today. And I'm going to put that right in the middle of the eye with my finger. It's always easier to use your finger with these types of shimmer shades. It just goes on much easier and it makes the glitter stay on. Especially if you have a chunky glitter, this is not chunky. But if you do have a chunky glitter and you can't get it to stay on your eye, then try doing it with your finger. You'll probably have better luck with that. Let me show you up close. Very pretty. And I'm going to go back in with my finger and just pop on the pink shade again, just to give it a little bit more dimension. Okay. So that's really pretty. Love the way these apply. For $15, you would not think that these eyeshadows would cost that little. And just from using Morphe eyeshadows for so many years, I know that they last a really long time. So you really can't go wrong with this. On the other side, I'm going to do this row of the palette. So because there are two shimmer shades on this row, I'm going to use my fingers. I'm going to start with this matte blue shade. My goodness. That's like a one and done shade right there. That is stunning. If you want to build this up more and add some sparkle, I would start with this shade right here. Actually, no, I'm going to go in first with this shade right here. And just old-fashioned using my finger. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my goodness. You see that? How pretty that is? That is beautiful. So you could just wear these two shades on their own. I'm just going to take a little bit of my concealer brush and just clean this up. I was a little heavy-handed. It's always good to have a concealer brush handy with a little spare concealer just to clean up some things. Look at that. Beautiful. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here and just pop that on the middle. Just like that. So pretty. Okay, so I'm just popping that onto the middle of the eyelid. And I would say that these two shimmer shades are definitely more going out shades. I guess you could make it kind of every day if you wanted to, but they're so bold, they're so beautiful that you have to be a little bit careful. I don't know if I'd wear this going to the office. I think this side, you're a little bit safer using the shimmer shades. You could just see how much this is popping off the eye. I guess if you did it the right way, if you did maybe this shade right here with a little pop of one of these in the corner, you could make it work, but look at that glow. Look how beautiful that is. It's just kind of giving me mermaid vibes. And I'm just going to take that matte blue shade and do a little bit extra on the outer corner there. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this palette. Morphe did a beautiful job with this palette. A really, really solid palette. Absolutely love it. I think you could do so many great spring and summer looks with these. Really beautiful. Okay, so again, this was the Sky-Fi palette. Absolutely in love with this. And now we're going to move on to the other palettes. All right, so now we're moving on to the Python Code. And I think this is the one I'm most excited to try, mostly because of this shade right here. But let's have some fun with this. I did take off the other eyeshadow. I reapplied concealer, eyeshadow primer. We're ready to go. I'm going to do a base coat of this neutral color right here. And I'm just going to put that all over the lid just to give it a good base. Okay. So now let's go in with this brown shade, and that I'm just going to put in the outer corner. And I'm going to buff that out with a brush a little bit. Okay. It's just amazing to me how many different combinations you could do with 6 colors. Oh. Whoa. That is pretty. And that just pops right off the eye. Let me show you up close. Love that. And then I'm going to pop a little tiny bit of the gold right in the corner. I love this. This is beautiful. Okay. I'm going to buff that out just a little bit. So because these shimmers are a little bit more sheer than I expected, I'm just going to go in with a brush and build it up a little bit. But I'm glad they're not too thick, because then you wouldn't be able to go in and touch it up. Love this. Okay, so on the other side, let's try a little bit of a different combination. I'm just going to reapply the base shade a little bit, just to even that out. That went on beautifully. I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm just going to cover the lid with that. So many of these shades, you could just do one and done, or two, and you're good to go. Look at that shade by itself. Let's go a little bit crazy. I'm going to take this blue shade right here, sparkly one, the Midnight Mamba. I'm going to put that on the outer corner, just for a little something different. Because of the consistencies in these shadows, they're really just blending together so nicely, and you can really play around with them. They're not too thick. I love that combination. And don't worry if it looks a little messy. We can clean it up with our concealer brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of that gold shade, pop it right in the middle there. Who says that makeup isn't art, right? Pop on the blue a little bit more and clean it up with our concealer brush. Very different looks. And again, I think the combinations you could do with this palette are really endless. It's so pretty. And it really does go with the Python theme. I think they really nailed the combination of the colors with the theme of the palette, the packaging. Beautiful. You could do so many beautiful summer looks with this palette. And again, with the price of $15 and the fact that it's so travel friendly, if you're going away for the summer, you want to pack this in your suitcase, this would be a great, great option. Comes with the mirror, just really beautiful. Like if you're going on a tropical getaway, I think this would be really nice. Just any summer vacation, you could do endless looks with this. Really so beautiful. Let me just show you up close one more time before I take it off and start on the next one. Oh, A+ for the Python Code palette. So in love with this one. So moving on to the last palette that I picked up. This is the Cyber Chrome palette. All right, let's get into this palette. So I'm going to go with this kind of taupey shade right here for the base. Really pretty. And then I'm going to take this shade right here, put that in the outer corner. So this is giving off a beautiful smoky vibe. And I'm taking that beautiful shimmer shade right there. I'm putting it, I'm putting it to the inner corner, but wow, that is beautiful. Getting the tiniest bit of fallout, ever so slight. More of a chunky glitter than the other glitters in these palettes, but beautiful for a smoky eye. I'm actually going to cheat a little bit and take this iridescent shade right here and put that in the middle. Give it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to go back into this dark shade right here. Just pop it on the corner again. And then I'm just going to take my concealer brush and just clean that up ever so slightly. I take like 30 seconds to do a smoky eye with that. About a minute, maybe. Beautiful. I'm going to also take this iridescent shade and I'm going to put it just under the brow a little bit for like a little bit of a highlighter effect. See that right there? The other side, I'm going to start with this pink shade right here. Put that all over the lid. I'm going to take a brush, take this dark shade right here, tap it off. It's a little powdery. And just go into the outer corner. I'm using too big of a brush, so I got to fix it with my finger. Pretty too. This is a combination I think you could do for everyday use because it has that pop of the pink, that beautiful pop right there, but then it has a little bit of that deeper shade, and those two are going together beautifully. Popping on a little bit more of the pink so you could see. This is good for every day or for nighttime, but I just want to show you how versatile these palettes can be, how many different ways you can wear them. I'm going to take that iridescent shade right there and pop that right on the middle. See? That's a beautiful everyday look. So I think this is a way that you can incorporate an iridescent shade into your everyday look because it's more of a basic eye look, but then it's just a little bit elevated with that iridescent shade. And I would go back and just take a little bit of the darker shade and just pump it up a little bit. Look how pretty that is though, right? And then just for kicks, I'm going to take that iridescent shade and put it under the brow as a highlighter. So if you wanted to take this look and make it maybe a little bit more evening, a great cool tone palette. If you're into that look, if you're looking for something that can go from day to night, I think this is a great option. And that is the palette Cyber Chrome. Okay, there you have it. that concludes my demo and first impression of some of the new Morphe ChromaPlus palettes. Absolutely fell in love with these palettes. I knew they were going to be great because Morphe always makes great eyeshadows, but these are really just such artistry palettes. You can create so many fun summer looks with these palettes, and this really embodies what makeup is supposed to be. It's a way to express ourselves. It's a way to have a little bit of fun, to be an artist, and I really just love the different combinations you can do with these palettes. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. That really helps me in getting my videos out to other viewers, and I really do want to grow this community of beauty lovers. Please also like this video and comment on it. Let me know your thoughts. Are you picking up any of these palettes? Have you tried any of them before? I want to know all the fun things. Leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.